Imagine when you're a generation or when you're a society where everything around us is like this. Like this. You just put a coin, get a cup of coffee straight out there. I don't have to stand in a queue to buy a cup of coffee, you know? So with a generation like this, I'm not too sure if I would blame them for it directly. With too much to say they are impatient.
It's the concrete jungle that's causing these
things. It's a concrete jungle of everything being like this at the, and getting to you in a jiffy. That probably is also very strongly responsible for lack of patience. In fact, it's not just about the youngsters. Even if you look at the elder generation, they've lost the virtue of patience that they had normally, because they also are into this kind of a setting now. Many of them are losing it. They had it for years. But now it's all become so easy that if they don't get their pizza on time, they will yell at the waiter. They never did that before. Right? They're always okay. Hota hai late, chalta hai, So what's the way out? What's the way out of this whole thing? We can't change this. It's made our life convenient. Let's accept it. Like, is there anything denying this, that it's made our life convenient? Press a button, book a ticket, press a button, get a knob, buy something, go to a slot machine, put a coin, get a cup of coffee. It's made our life convenient. It has value to it. Let's start living a little bit more in awareness to consciously cultivate patience. Right? Earlier, it was a default thing that would happen. Today, patience won't come by default. You'll have to consciously work on cultivating patience. Right? Which basically means there are going to be situations and avenues in life where things don't necessarily go your way. You have to consciously say, I'm going to wait for this. You're going to consciously say that affirmation to yourself inside and change your self-talk. It's all right to wait. It's okay for me to wait because it's teaching me how to be patient. It's teaching me how to learn a very important virtue in my life. Where earlier you didn't have to tell yourself this stuff. You could just get it easily. Why do you think affirmations work so much now? Because what used to happen by default has to be consciously done now. What's affirmations? Consciously telling yourself. But earlier that wasn't the case. It was by default. So which is why in the world today, any virtue that we need to cultivate, in particular patience, because that's the point in question, I think we are going to have to do it in a conscious state, choosing to do it, being completely aware of it.